Hello and welcome to this edition of the Business Spotlights. My name is Reza Kudus from Action Coach, and I'm delighted to be joined today by Sharon Douglas from Meridian. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, Sharon, I just wanted to get straight into things and to kickstart everything. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and the business that you're involved with.
Okay. Well, my name's Sharon Douglas. I work for Meridian Building Plastics Limited. So basically, we are a plastic building suppliers in North London, in Enfield, and we supply quite a vast range of products, such as polycarbonate and corrugated roofing sheets, hygienic balls, bathroom cladding, rainwater, underground soil waste, and quite a big array of things. If you check out our website, Meridian BP. And I've been here since the beginning, since August 2000. My boss at the time had bought the business I was working for, and I got sold with it and came here, and there was only a few of us, and we kind of all built it up from scratch. We haven't moved, the company's still in the same place, and we've just sort of expanded and retracted over the years. It started off as a small trade counter, and we then got involved with Screwfix, of all people, and it kind of doubled overnight, and there was 3 of us kind of trying to do every job that was going, from packing and what have you. And I was brought in to do the accounts. We had no computer systems, we had no paperwork for anything, everything was manual, and I thought, oh my God, this is like crazy. And so over the years, I sort of took it upon myself to create all these things that I thought business needed. I had been in business before. And so we introduced computer systems and different bits and pieces. And eventually it became a little bit more of a efficient everyday working process. And then it's very different, like, from what it is now. But I've always had a passion for learning, and I like to take on any challenge that's going. So, like, basically at that time we started doing catalogues and price lists and everything else, and then we started all this stuff with Screwfix, and eventually we bought out another wholesale company. At that point, it went mad. Business went mad because we were supplying people like Selco, Builder Depot, all of the big guys, and it changed the business overnight, and so many things were needed. So the company in 2005 got split into 2 companies. It got split into Meridian Building Plastics, which we are today, and the original company, which was Polyplastics, retained itself for the wholesale side of things. At that point, I was then running 2 companies, doing mainly the finance and anything else that needed doing. So I was then made a director of both the companies in 2005 when that happened. The sales soared from about 600,000 to 3 million, literally within a couple of years. We were trading, but the 2 principal owners of the company at that time were getting older and looking forward to their retirement, etc. And business industry had changed quite a bit over the years. So in 2012, they decided to sell off Polyplastics and just retain this side of it. At that point, my boss said to me, if we retain Meridian, would you take over running Meridian and being there for it? Otherwise, we'd sell the business as a whole. At which point I said, yes, that would be fine. I'd be happy to, when he was ready to take over the business, and and I stayed here, and things progressed. Now, over that time, when we sold the business in 2012, we obviously went right the way back to the beginning. So we went back to a very small trade counter. We just retail and trade. We mainly sell to like white van man, small construction companies. And we had no records of sales information or CRM or anything back then. So we've gone back from 3 million down to 500,000. And it was like, okay, we need to do something to build this business up. So over the sort of coming years, we introduced new accounting software, new CRM processes, started to get involved more with marketing, advertising, and basically sort of kind of taking on any role we could to build the company back up to where we are today. So it has been, it's been a journey. It's been a very up and down journey, but it's been quite an exciting one. And there's been quite a lot of milestones and turning points to where I am today to where it was when I started. So you know, a few things have gone on along the way, but here we are, and the business is doing well. And you know,
great, fantastic, amazing story.
Yeah.
And so I guess, you know, you're in an industry could be potentially quite competitive in terms of what it is that you do. How do you maintain that competitive edge? What is it that you do that
we're an independent business, so I feel like we can be quite reactive as well as proactive. We can change our prices, we can change our marketing strategies quite instantly to reflect anything that's going on in the current market. So I personally get involved in every aspect of the business. I try to value the whole team and their opinions and their ideas. So we work together as a lot. I feel that as a company, service is absolutely everything, and that's what we pride ourselves on. So we pride ourselves on having good quality products, excellent service levels, very knowledgeable staff, reasonable pricing. We keep our stock levels really high, you know, to the point where our availability, I think, is exceptional in what we have here in a small space. And we know our market and our competitors really well. And we don't try to aim to compete with anybody in particular, especially all the bargain sellers that are out there. We have our own module and we have our own way of doing things. And we feel that all those aspects that we can bring, and the personal service that not only me, but any member of our staff here will go above and beyond to help the customers and to be there and be an extension of their project. So I feel that, you know, we can give the customer so much more than some chain down the road that, you know, can't react in that way, or can only do with what computer says. We can do what we want when we want, within reason, you know. So
yeah, absolutely.
Feel that we can help.
You mentioned staff and your people a lot when you were answering that, which was very interesting. So I guess that's core to your business. How do you make sure you've got the right quality of people? How do you go about hiring people?
It is one of the hardest things in our industry, to be honest. It's not the easiest thing. So we've got a very low turnover in staff. There's only 6 of us here at the moment, but 4 of us have been here over 20 years. We've had people come and go, obviously, over the years. Recruitment is hard. Our trade counter staff have multiple roles. They need to serve the customers, pick orders, load, unload vehicles. They're doing ordering, they're doing checking off stock, they're cutting sheets, they're delivering stuff, and they're being customer facing. So it's a lot to ask of one person, but we feel that way everybody can do everybody's jobs and everyone can be of use and help to each other. Nobody's stuck on one role or never learning anything else. So you know, the fact that they are all part of the whole system, I think gives them more enjoyment in their job as well, and pride in their job. I do find that these days people don't particularly want to work physically hard for their money. There's lots of opportunities to make money quickly, or so they think. And in a small business, there isn't like a great career path or progression for them, so that can be kind of off-putting. But I do feel that as a small company, we've got a lot to offer. We can offer a lot in personal growth and in empowerment. The more you contribute here, then the more you'll get back out of it. Basically, we back you to back yourself. You know, we'll give you the knowledge and the training to help you problem solve and to make your own decisions. If you make the wrong decision, you'll learn from it and you'll make a better decision next time round. I do feel that it's better that, you know, if a customer needs something or wants something, give them an answer. If you give them the wrong answer, so be it. Next time you'll give them a different one. But there's nothing worse than just not giving an answer or not making a decision. So you know, we try to encourage people to you know, sort of, and it makes their job more interesting as well, because they feel that they have a say in what goes on, that they're part of the team, they're part of what we do. So, you know, we just find it's good to encourage staff to make their own decisions. I also think that it really pays to take note of people's strengths and their weaknesses and to use them accordingly. So in new staff, we just look for people that are enthusiastic. They've got enthusiasm, they've got a willingness to learn, they're proactive, customer friendly, physically fit, hopefully. It isn't easy. And open to a bit of banter. We're in the construction trade, so you need to be able to take a little bit of banter and be able to give some, because otherwise, you know, life would be a bit boring, wouldn't it? So, you know, people come in here, and I think a lot of our customers like it because the staff interact with them very well. They'll come in here and take the mick out of each other on football days when teams lose and win and what have you. So, you know, it's all part of it. I do feel, obviously, we are a small company. We wages aren't as great as they might be elsewhere. But I do think that we value the people that are here and having a balanced lifestyle between work and home, and you know, hope that we can always try and help them out as and when we can. And I feel they may not ever really get like the top level job with the title, but they're going to feel that they are part of that management decision in anything that gets done here, and hope that gives them some encouragement, and it helps them on their journey with themselves, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And on a personal level, one of the things we noticed that people who, you know, have position of power or success in their life, they tend to have habits and routines that they've built into their life and to their work, which actually helps them along the journey. Are there any that you can share with people watching this that have helped you?
Yeah, well, I like to be involved in everything. I like to know everything. I like to learn everything, and I don't believe that I should be asking anyone to do something that I'm not prepared to do myself. This journey nearly didn't happen because back in 2020 in October, my son had a baby, my dad passed away, and I had a stroke all within 2 weeks. I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk, I couldn't do anything, and if kind of thought, oh my God, where do I go from here, you know? And in the back of my mind was I had to get out of this hospital and I had to arrange my dad's funeral, but more so I had to get back to work, had to see what was going on. I was banned from communication from the office, but my boss didn't want me worrying, so he was like, no. And at that time was the time I was meant to be taking over. So it was all a little bit precarious, and you know, but in my head it's always that if you've got a willingness to survive, you've got a willingness to want to achieve, you will get there. You know, you just have to put the effort in. And at that time, I put every effort in to get myself well and healthy, which I'd done. And I was back to work I was working from home and bits and pieces and popping in the office. And then within 3 months, I was back to work full time. And, you know, it sort of got onto there. And then that's when we done the deal with my boss, and in last year I took over. So although I'm the MD, I'm also the FD. I do the marketing, I do the social media, I get involved in the buying. I'll occasionally make a cup of tea and I will do the cleaning as well. So I just feel that I value the staff, and as a company and as a boss, I try to share any success that we have with them. And try my best to empower them. And although I'm the principal owner of the business, most of the decisions here will be made as a team, because it involves all of us. And I do feel that it takes more than one person to run a business. You know, it doesn't matter what cog or what part of the chain you are, every single person's important. So I just think it's having that sort of encouragement to others helps lift you as well. When you see other people achieve, you know, it gives you a good feeling as well.
Yeah, absolutely. An amazing story, by the way. You've obviously overcome some big challenges in your personal life at the start of this journey. So obviously perseverance and keep, believing in yourself and, doing all those things has been important. So what are the plans for the future? What have you got plans for Meridian and yourself for the next 3 to 5 years and maybe beyond?
Okay, well, there's obviously at the moment environmental issues are quite high in building industry, carbon footprints and what have you. So, when there's a lot of expansion in construction industry, got rapid urbanisation, drives growth, increased standards of living, which empowers like re-roofing construction projects, rising pollution, biodiversity, and all this. So there's so many different new methods coming into this business, and we want to be part of it. So UPVC and all those kind of products have been around for a long while, but they're becoming more and more environmentally friendly and sustainable. So as a company, we're forever looking at new opportunities to provide new products that hit all the targets that we need to make. So along the way, we're looking at some new products at the moment. Looking at a product called Envirotile, basically which replaces like slate roof tiles and that kind of thing. It's 75% made out of recyclable materials. Most of the products that we sell are all 100% recyclable at the end of life. And with our products, most of it has between 35 and 40 year lifespan or guarantee. So we want to increase the range of products that we do. We want to become more aware of our environment and what's going on and how we as a supplier contribute towards that. So, we look very carefully at the people we buy products from and their sustainability in the industry. And also going forward, as a company in itself, before COVID, the idea was that we wanted to open a new branch. That obviously got high put with everything that went on. And although we made money during COVID, you then come to staff situations. And as we say, it's always hard to get new staff and to try when you've got a small team to split them to cover 2 bases. So the achievement would be to try and build on that, to open a new branch, to keep empowering the people we've got here. I've got a new little protege sitting next to me, Claire. She's much like me. She likes to get involved in everything and wants to learn everything. So my plan is to teach her everything I know, and then I can sit back and relax. And hopefully in 5 years' time, I'm looking, I'm getting on a bit now. So I'll be near that retirement date and know that the company will be in good hands and continue, which will be lovely. So hopefully that they all just, we've got very good staff here and they've all been involved in a lot of it. And I think the fact that you have a knowledge that anyone can pick up from where you left off and continue and make an success for the next person would be a good project to leave, I think, to someone at some point. Absolutely. Just yet, I'm not ready to go yet. I've got things to achieve just yet, but work towards it being quite, hands-on, that everybody, is able to continue with the business. And it continues to grow.
Yeah, absolutely. I can, by the way, I can spend the whole day talking to you about your story and what you want to do, but obviously time is a limiting factor. So I want to just thank you for your time today. Really enjoyed our conversation. Really great to get your insights on all the topics that we talked about, and sharing all of those things with people who are watching this. And of course, I wish you all the success and the plans that you've got coming up, and with the future, so you could whenever the time is right for you to retire and be sitting on that beach, knowing that everything is looked after. And it's been great to meet you.
And you, thank you very much for the opportunity to have this interview and conversation. Thank you.
Thanks.
And if you need anything, phone Meridian Building Plastics.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you.